Alrighty.
So which one are we watching? Are we watching?
They're getting into character select right now. WildFire is.
Okay.
So we can go ahead and go into that one.
So WildFire against PrimalRage. That's what I understand from what Zero told me.
Gotcha. So let's hope we're gonna ground Zero if this is not the right way to go. But let's see. Looking over at WildFire, we have Uncle Mozu, not Uncle Sven. HK
Uncle Mozu.
Uncle Mozu.
And thus a new meme was born.
Trip voted and Margrave. Looking for their support to be mainly from the vote in, and then after that, it's going to be.
Dang it! No, it's not PrimalRage. Son of a monkey.
Hold on. It's
too.
It is Primal. It's nah. It's PrimalRage.
Okay.
Because they don't fight too skilled. Wait, they do, but the guy who's streaming for it is in character select.
But
they might be.
We're in game now, though.
Yeah, they might be, or they're not in character select. They're at the friends list lobby. But quickly, as we figure out what's going on, I'll try and cover over what's going on. But
might as well just.
Joel did pick up first blood on Anubiscus, on or Anubis on there, and then Falco picks up a kill onto Ramsey, giving WildFire a 20 power lead. I assume what probably happened is they couldn't get it to work, so they're going ahead and doing PrimalRage versus WildFire right now.
That'll work.
But yeah, Trip gets a kick onto Zero, getting taken down to about half health, but can't finish off the kill as Magic getting taken down really low. And then the big one, I'm not sure, I think that's his name on the enemy Margrave on PrimalRage. I'm not.
Sorry, what?
Trying to figure out the Margrave's name on PrimalRage.
Oh, I'm not sure.
But
good kick going in. Falco doing everything she can, but she does just getting blasted by magic bolts. Taken down is 60 to 60 right now, and they're just trying to get a hold of D. C and E rotations coming up right now, and right now the enemy team. I'm just gonna say the enemy team. I just can't figure this out. The enemy team holding on to turn on my mic. Okay, the enemy team holding on to D point right now, but if they lose another kill, that's gonna be the first push. All right, let me figure out how to.
But yeah, WildFire is 10 ahead now and just trying to look to keep their D point while Magic goes in for the staggering leap. Only hit one person, but it is pushing the HK and the back. Just trying to keep them pushed back so they can guarantee this push, which is now happening on the side of WildFire. A 20 power difference in the push.
Do I sound better? Is that louder?
Yes.
Okay. So I'm pretty sure you already said this, but the first push coming for WildFire, using the jump pad just to kind of get over that corner. Very normal tactic. Mozu not in the right place right now. Forced to use that teleport, and she's just completely out of there. But she does bleed to death by the plasma blades. If they can get this first wound, it might be worth it.
But yes, they do get the kill, and looks like Falco doing a little bit of slippery stuff, trying to survive and keep that health going. As Zero does see it, and Margrave is trying to keep. Trying to just get that kill, but she ends up getting away with a slippery slope. Does end up missing the stun, getting burst down, grounded pound, keeping her in place, getting really low, and now has to push away. But looks like too skilled for PrimalRage is just PrimalRage is keeping themselves back as Zero gets picked off by the stun from Trip.
Yep. And now that WildFire has control, this D point is going to be really difficult, especially if they keep losing these fights where everyone's kind of split up. One by one they fall. 5 seconds left for them to respawn, and they're ahead by 30 and still have D. And this is going to turn into a real quick. Oh God, Falco, stop! This is going to turn into a real quick snowball.
Seizure, please.
It's going to turn a real quick snowball for WildFire right now if they can keep this up.
Yeah, that's what it looks like, and they're just trying to make sure they just rotate over and try and get their attention as they're trying to get this creature off. But 2 people end up rotating over and stopping it, and just looking to reset and maybe try. Ramsey looking to go a little bit aggressive as Falco and Zeus try and go back in. Tries the bug on the Cerberus again, ends up dazing them, but they do end up killing the creature. It's now 90-40, and the creature is summoning collecting the orb. I know what I'm talking about, I swear, but it's now 140 push on the side of WildFire. That went really quick.
Yeah, absolutely. Just as the constant pressure, the constant fighting. WildFire is a lot like Apex in some senses. They have these compositions that they work really well when they either split push or they fight 1v1s versus 1s all over the map, or they kind of have, the point is that they have all this pressure, they have all this engage and all this forward momentum. Oh, really great Blade Storm.
Focus as well. Just needs a quick stun, trying to go through. Ends up hitting the Margrave. Doing a good job of body blocking.
Death Ray.
Taking her down so low, and Anubis finally gets the kill onto Falco. Everybody backing up, and it looks like Magic ends up picking up a kill on Zeru. But it does even the bracket at this point for PrimalRage.
Yeah, absolutely. It was really good on Zera to get away from that. Might have just been really lucky of the fact that he had a team to kind of surround him and make sure that the stab didn't go through. But that they didn't get that wound, but it doesn't really matter. It's again, it's damage. Any Guardian damage is good Guardian damage, and they don't want to lose D. As soon as they lose D, it's just gonna go back to this constant swing of who has more territory, and Trip playing this Batcap game because Falco knows that she can easily take this down if she wanted to, and should just save her last dance.
Up as well. Just trying to keep pressure over as on WildFire side, while Voden and Trip are rotating over to C. The other 3 members are rotating over to B at this point. Just trying to keep them split to make sure they can win guaranteed fights. Because right now they rushed over to D, and they're fighting all 3 members of Team Vort or WildFire, and Trip and Voden just took out that creature with relative ease. Margrave and Beckett were a little too late to protecting it, but now because of the orb, it's going to be a 50. They'll be able to summon the creature up, but it's going to be slower, and this is going to be another guaranteed push unless PrimalRage is able to do something to counteract it.
Yeah, there's just so much damage going out on WildFire's side. They have all this output, and people they can't survive. Mosey's doing everything she can, but she just can't fight the Trip. She's already had her teleport down. She was already super low health, and it wasn't going to happen. It'll be an auto wound. They've got D controlled, they've got C controlled, they even just killed B, and they're just going to keep backing up. All these hit and run tactics, this split pushing, all the forward pressure that they ever needed, and PrimalRage just can't respond. They do not have the ability to answer every single call that needs to be answered, and that's Clash.
Yeah, definitely WildFire is really good at trying to just backcap as Zero gets taken down really low and then has to use her jump pad to run away. And Margaret's trying to just take out the obelisk so they can have that point. Ends up missing the kick, trying to just peel for the Margrave right here as he's down to half health. They end up backing away, but now they're looking to try and just engage in a fight right here as Anubis is really low, about half health, does get stunned.
Oh, wow.
The kill on Zero. The focus going on. Blade Storm does hit. Ends up taking out Anubis as well on the Mozu. Sven's getting really low, has to bounce away.
This is just
do what he can. The electric slide is going to come out potentially. Nope, ends up getting the stun on him, and that's almost an exterminator. It's coming out right now. There's the exterminator. Boom at Zeus picking up the final kill. This is an 80-20 in a matter of 1 moment.
Yeah, this is just the power of a good trip player. You know, like when, or not necessarily a good trip player, but when you have a good trip and the enemy team doesn't have a response for it. You know, they do have the ability to destroy her. They really do. But the problem is that they're not, because there's too many other things to worry about. And she's just kind of constantly in the back. Like, look at her right now. She's between 4 people, and she doesn't care because because Falco's a good trip player, and she knows that they can't stop her. Just
Absolutely.
Constantly killing all these people. That 3rd wound is going to go down very, very quickly. That is an easy game, a shutout for WildFire.
Really not much they could have done there. They just had the pressure and backcapping, and I feel like that played to their mental game. WildFire was just on point with a lot of just putting split pressure on everything, and on the side of PrimalRage, everything just fell apart.
Yep.
And let me...
It worked out in the beginning.